Hi everyone. Before I start on the video, I just want to give thanks to all my subscribers and all my viewers who give me positive input. It's really helping me with my major, and I hope it's helping you as well. And you know, you can always email me and let me know if any of the advice that I gave you was good, because I would actually like to know. Number 2, this video is probably really a shocker in regards to ingredients that you shouldn't be consuming, but in no way, shape, or form am I telling you don't eat this, don't eat that. All I'm giving you is the research that has been done and what's been linked to these foods, and also what I believe to be true. Okay, so keep on watching. Okay, the first topic we're going to talk about are refined carbohydrates, white flour, and added sugar. Now, before we talk about those, we have to define what a pure carbohydrate is. A pure carbohydrate are sugars and starches that are used by the body as fuel to store energy. Now, where is this energy? What is this energy used for? It's used mainly during exercise. Okay. Now, what are refined carbs? Refined carbs are foods that have been processed by machinery and that are stripped of their bran and the wheat germ, which normally contains most of the nutrients like B vitamins, fiber, and iron. In large amounts, research has proved that these sugars lead to, but are not limited to, obesity, high blood pressure, heart disease, tooth decay, diabetes, bone loss, yeast infections, cancer, menstrual problems, male impotence, weakens the mind, lost memory and concentration, nervousness, violence, irritability, the desire for only sweet things in life. Now, why does this happen? Well, it's because the refined carb depletes the body of the needed nutrients that it needs. So when it does enter the body, it steals nutrients that the body already has stored in there, and when it steals these needed nutrients, it pretty much depletes the body, which can overall lead to depression. And that's why a lot of times after you ingest these things, you might feel a little sluggish or tired. It's all because you're eating refined carbs and the vitamins are not in there. Okay, so where are these foods commonly found? Well, there are a lot of fruit juices, breads, pastries, flours, and even canned veggies, and some whole grain products. So like I always say, you have to check your food labels and make sure you check for the word enriched or refined. You don't want to eat any of that. And one more thing. Where are these nutrients going, these needed vitamins that humans need? Where are they going to? They're being stripped away. Normally they're getting stripped away and getting fed to the cattle, pigs, and chickens, because I guess they need it more than humans do. Okay, next topic that we're going to talk about are artificial chemical sweeteners. Now, there are a lot of chemical sweeteners out there, but the two that I'm going to talk about are two of the most common, which are aspartame and sucrose. Now, what is it? It's actually a sugar substitute that is added in foods, and normally it tastes just like sugar or corn syrup, but with less calories. Now, first we're going to talk about aspartame. Why is it bad? Well, when broken down chemically, it breaks down in formaldehyde, which causes cancer. And if you think about it, formaldehyde, that chemical is actually in some nail polish also, okay? Why would you want anything with cancer? So let's see what aspartame has been linked to. It's been linked to vision problems, cancer, birth defects, mental retardation, and seizures, and brain tumors. Why would anybody want any of that? Okay, next of the chemical sweeteners, we're going to talk about sucrose. Now, why is this chemical bad? Well, when chemically broken down, it breaks down and it's altered into chlorine atoms. And clearly, chlorine atoms have no use for the human body. Also, there has not been enough long-term human study to know how this chemical really does affect the body. The only long-term research that has been done are on animals such as mice, rabbits, and rats. Now, the symptoms they had that was linked to sucrose was enlarged kidneys, decreased red blood cells, aborted pregnancies, and low fetal baby weight. Now, the average American consumes about 17 pounds of this stuff per year, okay? Research has shown that even having one diet soda a day can actually give you genetic damage. So therefore, I'm going to actually introduce something that I think could be used as a substitute. Now I know you're wondering, well, if I can't use sugar, what am I going to use? Well, the stuff I actually use is called stevia. It comes from a natural herb and it is a sweetener, and it's been used around the world for decades. So it's not like this has been around for only 10, 20, or 30 years. It also doesn't add to your carb count. There's only 1 gram of carbs in it, and it has 0 calories, and it does not alter your blood sugar. Take a good look at this, because for right now, this is the best thing out. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about today is probably going to be the most shocking out of this whole video, because it's so abundant in all this food. And the name of it is monosodium glutamate, and it's most commonly known as MSG. Now, what is MSG? It's a drug added to our foods that can cause toxicity to the body, and it's a flavor enhancer, and it's virtually in all foods. And without it, a lot of foods, especially from fast food restaurants, would taste flat and bland. Now, I'm not going to get too much into MSG, like what it can really cause, but it does cause asthma, headaches, extreme mood swings, cardiovascular disease, cancer, liver damage, and obesity. Now, I'm going to provide a link so that you guys can actually look up exactly what it does to the body and what type of foods it's in. It's so many foods that I cannot even talk about it today, but it's in a lot of restaurant foods, a lot of foods that offer chicken, sausage, salad dressing, Parmesan cheese, gravy, dipping sauces, and salty chips. Most likely will for sure have MSG in it, okay? So the words you want to check for is hydrolyzed, autolyzed, yeast extract, and casein. Now, yeast extract is not primarily just for meats also. It's also used in a lot of vegetarian foods. So you vegetarians out there, you might want to check for casein and yeast extract. If that ingredient is in there, then that's MSG. And if you want to know if you've been affected by MSG, the most common symptom happens about 15 minutes to an hour after a meal is eaten. You get a headache. Other symptoms also include headaches, diarrhea, gas, bloating, chest tightness, ADD, back pain, arthritis, sleepiness, and confusion. And like I said, I'm going to provide a website for you that you can actually check out on the link, so you can exactly see what type of foods have this in it. And make sure just to check your labels every day, because honestly, just because something claims to be healthy or free of preservatives, I wouldn't trust it. I would just read the label. Okay, so thank you everybody. Please email me if you have any questions. Bye.